in the most Nintendo way possible, in a shadow drop fashion, just go and potentially change how digital game ownership works for absolute good forever. They just changed the game. No song or dance about it. There was no leaks about it. It was just, oh, by the way, we're introducing virtual game carts. Have you thought about that before? Like, oh, okay, this is new. What is it? And essentially, Nintendo have managed to answer our prayers. Some of the massive frustrations we have if you're a multiple Switch family, or maybe you're the kind of person who's got a Switch OLED and a Switch Lite. What happens with your digital games? Because if I've got a physical cart, I can literally just take them out and I can swap between them. But with a digital, I can't do that. And that's really frustrating. Well, Nintendo have finally answered your prayers with virtual game carts. It's now possible to share your digital games between different Switches in your family group or different Switches that you own. It's pretty amazing. Full sharing for not in the family group is between two different Switches. That's great. So you could literally... They've made a UI that kind of replicates having a physical cart where you eject the cart and you can send it. And if you're in the same network at first, it doesn't always, but at first you can then share it from your Switch OLED to your Switch Lite, for an example. If you're in a family group with someone, you can lend them your game for up to 14 days and then it gets sent back to you. So it is a virtual cart. And I think that whole idea is really nice because hold on to some of that tangibility that we've lost with digital game purchases. I'm all for digital game ownership now. You know, since I've started embracing things like Game Pass and actually buying games off digital storefronts, I've kind of embraced it now and given up the idea of having to own the CDs so much. But I do miss some of the benefits that has. And one of those big ones is being able to lend the game amongst your family group, but bringing back some of that tangibility and some of the benefits you get with physical game ownership in a digital way, I think is great. You get the best of both worlds. It's a huge step for what is normally a really close shop, and especially digitally for a company like Nintendo to be kind of leading the idea for digital ownership. I think is fantastic to see. It doesn't go far enough in my mind, but it's a great first step. So it's exciting to see where this could go. And if nothing else, it's just great to be able to share your games amongst the Switches that you have in your house or your family group. And I think specifically, Andy at 128KB is going to be very happy about that. Wow, AJ, wasn't that an interesting news story? Yes, it was. Do you know what I fancy doing? What's that? Talking to myself in the corner of a room. No, going to watch the full news video. It's linked above my shoulder. You should click on it, watch it, and then leave a little comment underneath telling me how much you enjoyed this week's news. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great. I'll see you there.